Hello! Welcome, my name is Angelos, and if you don't know me already, I am a Greek nerd. That's pretty much all I have to say about me. If you don't know, I already have a YouTube channel, it's called Papa's Films. I might put it here. Yeah. And over there I upload tech-based videos mostly centered around Linux, but not strictly about Linux, you know. A few years ago I was doing a web series over there. It was called Distro Reviews, and I was reviewing distros. I know, shocker. Basically, I would just pick a random Linux distribution that I could find and I would install it, test it out on real hardware and everything. I'd play around with it for a bit and then I would just make one video where I would say my honest thoughts about it and give it like a proper review. But I didn't really like that whole concept because I don't think that it's fair to rate distros because every user has different needs and my needs are different to yours, so I can't really say that, hey, Fedora is a 9.87382, because you might say, no, Fedora is a 1 or something. And I can totally understand that. Like for me, I don't really like Ubuntu, but I know a lot of people that absolutely love Ubuntu. And so on the 6th of August of 2022, I decided to premiere this video titled Distro Reviews 3, where essentially I decided to completely finish off distro reviews forever. A lot of people were actually surprised by my decision, but I had to go through with it because that's what I actually wanted to do. But a very well-known fact about me is that ever since I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, like ever since I could make memories basically, I had a hyperfixation on operating systems, especially those of the Penguin variety. I remember sitting in this room right here, different chair though, installing Ubuntu, I think it was 14.04 or something, when I was in elementary school, and my dad would sit over there and be like, but that was something that I actually really enjoyed doing and just messing around with different OSs and all that. Once I actually decided to downgrade my then computer, which was ancient by the way, to Windows 95, and I managed to do that, so yay! And back then I was like 9, maybe 10, probably 9. So ever since I stopped doing distro reviews, I would continue testing out different distros and operating systems and just messing around with them and all that jazz, just without the review part, because it's something that I actually really enjoy doing. And so now that my schedule is starting to clear out a bit, at least for a few months, I decided to make what I really enjoy doing into a whole project and a new web series called Distro Dive. Obviously, this is the channel that you're watching. Now you'll probably be like, but hey Angelos, why don't you just make it a series inside your main channel? Well, I'll touch on that after I tell you what is Distro Dive, because I still haven't said anything this past few months while I was preparing it. So essentially, the series is going to work in a season-like format but without seasons. Confused? Yeah, it's a bit weird. So essentially, it's gonna consist of dives. At the start of every dive, I'll pick a distro that I actually want to try out. You can also message me on all my different communication channels, which I'll talk about later, to say that, hey, this is a nice distro, why don't you try it? And yeah, I'll pick the distro and I'll start a new dive. That dive will consist of a few different steps. The first step is the actual installation of the distro. That part is going to be live on the Distro Dive Vault channel. You'll be like, what? There's another channel? Yes, there's a second channel, it's called Distro Dive Vault. If you go up there on your URL bar and type youtube.com/@DistroDiveVault, you'll be able to go there directly. So I'll be streaming over there while I install and record, obviously, the new distro. Make sure to gather my first opinions, set it up and everything. And then I'm gonna just use it as my main operating system for like a few days, probably around a week. Then I'll go once again live on the Vault channel, and I will be gaming over there to test out how this distro is with gaming and live streaming at the same time. I'll be going live directly from the distro. After that, I'll start editing a stream highlights video of the live stream on that distro again. Everything is gonna happen on that distro, and that's the main part. I want to actually use it and try out and do everything. Now that stream highlights video will not be actual stream highlights, it's gonna be just a general preview, shall I say, of the whole stream. I won't be bothered too much into finding the proper parts, because let's be real, nothing too important is gonna happen on this stream. It's basically just a mean of me to chat to you and to also at the same time test the distro. So yeah, that video is gonna be posted, you guessed it, on the Vault channel. Basically everything that's real time, shall I say, is going to happen on the Vault channel during the whole dive, basically. And then at the end of that period, I'm gonna gather my thoughts and I'm gonna spit them out on this webcam over here. And yeah, there won't be a score, there won't be anything, it's just gonna be my honest thoughts on how I found the distro, and also a recap of what happened, because during the whole dive I'll be recording everything on my phone. And now that we're past the whole how is this going to work, let's answer the other question, that why don't I just put it on my main channel? Well, this is because my main channel is a mess. I've stopped uploading for a couple of years, mainly because I didn't have time at all, but also because my YouTube channel, my main one, is not really about just trying out distros, which takes a long time. It's mainly about showcasing stuff that I find interesting. Let's say that I have a very nice program that I use and it's open source and all that, and I want to showcase it to you, I'll do that. Let's say that I want to browse Reddit for half an hour, I'll do that. But let's also say that a new distro releases and I want to give it a look, quick, just 5 minutes on a VM, I'll do that there. But let's also say that I go to an event and I record it and I want to post it online, I'll post it there again. It's like my personal little portfolio, and I like it that way. It's just my channel, it's not focused on anything specifically. It used to be a gaming channel, then it became a Linux only channel. Now it's mostly just stuff. It's a channel. I then have my second channel, Papa's Backstage, which is still a gaming channel, but I don't really post there because I don't game at all. But when I do, I post it there. And so I decided to split Distro Dive into a brand new brand, essentially, because I want to be its own little thing. I won't have my branding everywhere. It's just gonna be Distro Dive. And I actually really like it that way. I enjoy it. Don't worry, this doesn't mean that I'll stop uploading on my main channel or anything. No, I'll keep uploading on both those channels. And that's why we come back to the whole diving aspect, because I won't be doing this every day of the year, basically. I'll do a dive, let's say, now, and then I'll do another dive maybe in a couple of months when I actually feel like doing it. But maybe if I'm like really interested into something, I'll finish a dive, let's say today, and I'll start a new one tomorrow, just because I really like it. And obviously behind all the dives there's a lot of planning and advertising and making art and editing and recording and doing all that. But it's something that I actually really want to do, because that's something that I enjoy doing and that I really enjoy seeing others do, basically. I just love operating systems, okay? And so with that, I think that I've talked about everything that I wanted for this little trailer, shall I say, the little introduction. This is episode 0 of Distro Dive. Now, you'll be like, but hey, how will I know when a dive is happening and when the video will be released and all that? Will you post a trailer or something? Kinda yes, but not really. The best way to learn about Distro Dive is to actually go to the Distro Dive website. What? You have a website? I do. It's not something amazing, it's not a good website, it's just an HTML file hosted over on GitHub pages where I'll be posting the schedules, just so that it's easier for everyone. My initial plan was to post them on Instagram, and I actually have a brand new account. It's called Distro Dive over on Instagram, and you can go and follow me there. That's perfectly fine. It's still active, I post there, and you'll get the same exact schedule as the one on the website, 1000% the same, and maybe you get some behind the scenes content on stories and other stuff. But I do understand that a lot of people don't like Instagram. I don't love it, but I use it. But a lot of people just hate it and don't want to use it, and it's a bit unfair to them because they might want to know the schedule, you know? So my first option was PixelFed, which I already have an account there, but it was actually really buggy. So I decided to just make that website. It's over there, it's just plain text. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. So now, with all that out of the way, I can finally announce that the first dive is beginning this week. Yeah, I know. As we're speaking, the dive has been announced over on the website and on Instagram. The moment that this video goes live, it's gonna be there. So you can head over there right now. It's papasfilmsofficial.github.io/Distro Dive. Sadly, I can't put the link in the description because YouTube doesn't let me yet. This is a new channel, but I posted it on my YouTube bio where you can go and click on it. And I also have the Vault channel there to already subscribe to it. You can't search it sadly because it doesn't have any videos uploaded yet. It will soon though. So I'm not gonna put the whole schedule right now on video because it might change over the next few days as I'm preparing this video to be uploaded. But you can go there, you'll find everything, all the information you might want. So I've already been talking for around 32 minutes and 33 seconds, and so I think that it's time to finish this off here. And yeah, if you have any questions, be sure to, put your comment down below. I always answer my comments. Or if you want, you can also message me over on Discord. We have an amazing community over at NAS, Nerdy Unix Shenanigans. And I also have my own Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Mastodon, and everything. You'll find links in my main YouTube channel, which I might put in the description, I might not. You don't know. You can just search Papa's Films. And yeah, that's about it. And I think it's time. Let's take a dive.